There's some spiders I can fight, but we're gonna ignore those. Need to go right here. However, first we need to get these things out of the way. Kind of cool how you have to do it this way, actually. Kind of wish it was used more often, but that's the only time we ever do something like this. Also, we absolutely needed that key. There's a bunch of Draugr everywhere. We're gonna ignore them. Just because we can. Careful of the traps, too. Okay, I was going the right direction. It's actually quite annoying how many Draugr there are and how easy it is to miss them while you're passing by them. Because see, the light source all the way over there, but if you look carefully, you can see that there's Draugr sit down on these thrones. And of course, some of them are going to get up and attack you if you do something wrong, so yeah. And then there's this room. It was my first time encountering a Draugr that can summon Frost Joshanox. Had to resort to ignoring all of them. Move on with the place. And then there's this. Stalhrim Deposit. I'm not going to do anything with this one, but you need an ancient Nordic pickaxe in order to get the stuff out of it. And it actually breaks down, too. It's not like the other deposits where it just like stops shining or something like that. These things right here used to kill me. They were very effective at it. It was quite crazy. And then there's this place. Oh wow. Secret behind the waterfall. I thought that's how you were supposed to continue with the dungeon. No, you're supposed to go over there. But I couldn't find the freaking button for it. So this was pretty much the end of the dungeon for me. At least until I used console commands to bypass the locked door. Or locked gate, I should say. Anyway, we're in a completely different location right now. We're in Bloodskull Barrow. I don't know why it had to be this way, but you can mine the Stalhrim right here. Takes quite a while. Yeah, 3 Stalhrim added. And it broke down and it's never coming back ever again. God damn it, I just want to get rid of this. Oh, also the clay and... anything else? I don't need any of these things. Don't need to do anything with my house. I don't need to do anything else with this. And if I do need it, well, I'll get it from some other store some other time. Anyway, Stalhrim. It's right down... here. Only got 3, worth 200 each, but it's never coming back. Ever. So... I think it's never coming back. I never did see it, like, regenerate. Anyway, I'm under the impression that this was supposed to be a shortcut, but it was dummied out or something like that. I have no idea. Whatever case, this is all you can do in this place. In this Bloodskull Barrow. At least for now. If there's a secret passage somewhere, I don't know where it is. Yeah, I don't want to fight all the Death Lords. Seriously. Just gonna skip everyone. So... blocked off right here. It's where we're supposed to go. I had to use console commands to skip it back when I was playing this game a long time ago. Very first time I went here anyway. And it turns out it's because I had no idea that I was supposed to activate this. I had no idea that this was a handle. It also doesn't help that I was playing with like minimum brightness. Barely see anything. Also, it's possible to get stuck on the gate if you're jumping all around it all over the place. There's a free book right here, but it's just like Ice Spike. Don't need it. And I think this thing over there keeps attacking you, but it deals subtle damage that it's hardly a threat. Not to mention it misses you all the time. I imagine the idea was, there's a chain right over here. The idea was that you had to use your arrows to hit it so that it would stop casting, like the gem would fall off, and therefore no more spells being targeted at you. It was just an optional thing. We're going over here. And now we're up here. Yeah, when I was down there, stuck down there, not wondering how the hell am I supposed to continue. I kept looking up at that place. Oh, there was a trap. I kept looking up at that place, wondering, oh, this is where I'm supposed to go. But how do I get there? How do I get there? What? I dropped all of my lockpicks? Oops. Well, too bad for me. Too bad for me indeed. Yeah, I was supposed to drop the locks. Oops. Well, I made a lot of space by dropping all of that hard fire stuff. Now we're here. Another place I got stuck in when I eventually got here. So, there was a chest over there. Well, I guess I will check it out because there might be some lockpicks in there. I guess not. Anyway, the great-grandfather is somewhere over here. There's also Milius right here. He's dead. Well, he's been for a long time. And then there's Gratian Calarius. And the Blood Skull Blade. Read the journal. Yeah, it explains everything pretty neatly. It also points out that he should have listened to Milius, because the moment the blade was lifted, the Blood Skull Blade, they were set upon by Draugr. What a surprise. Anyway, he died in his sleep or something like that. So, what you're supposed to do, and you absolutely have to do it this way, is you're supposed to equip the Blood Skull Blade. And you're supposed to use power attacks on these things, because see, when you use the Blood Skull Blade, you shoot out slash beams, something like that. It's cool. But if you use it like that, it doesn't work. Why? Why does it not work? It's because you're supposed to use the sideways power attack like this. Now, when you're a beginner who starts playing this game, do you think you know how to do a sideways power attack? No. Do you? Huh? I imagine even some people who went through the entire game and got to this place at level 84, Mary Sue, didn't know how to do a sideways power attack, and therefore didn't know how to actually open up this freaking passage. It's weird and annoying. I'm pretty sure the controls don't even properly explain how you're supposed to do a sideways power attack. It just tells you, oh, you can do a power attack if you hold the left mouse button. Yeah, but you didn't say anything about us being able to do sideways power attacks and how we have to use them to be able to open up this gate. Ugh. Anyway, you don't need the Blood Skull Blade once you've done this, but I can't drop it until, well, that I'm completely done with this quest, so let's have a move on. Yeah, it barely hurt me. Okay, maybe not barely, but you know. And now we're here, and once I finally got here the very first time I played this game, I'm thinking, oh, finally we're done. This chest right here. Suddenly, Dragon Priest. Well, only one, but you know. He's super duper difficult in Requiem. But in the vanilla game, he tends to not do anything, because he's dumb. So yeah, I'm pretty sure he's dumb right now. Type who doesn't really want to do anything. Except summon High Seekers. Those things look creepy, huh? They are creepy and very tough. But only very tough when you're in Requiem, apparently. If I remember, Seekers do stacking damage on you, right? Because they do like this shout thing that hits you, and then it like drains your health slowly. And the more they hit you with it, the faster your health is gonna drain or something. At least that's how it is in Requiem. Anyway, I'm gonna beat the Zakrik source right here. You don't have to collect these Dragon Priest's masks, unlike the ones in the main game. Of course, you don't actually have to collect the ones in the main game either, but you know details. Just leave me alone. Dead. Everyone's gone. Yeah, I'll collect it. Why not? And you also get a new shout. Word of power learned. Strength. Dragon aspect. It's optional, but it's very cool. Basically, if there was ever supposed to be an equivalent to being Super Saiyan as a Dragonborn, Dragon aspect is the shout for it. But guess what? We're still not done with this dungeon, because now we've got this. A black book. And another treasure chest. And some lockpicks, goodness. You need those. First though, let's disenchant Champion's Cudgel. Cool, chaos damage. Neat. And now, let's collect the black book. Oh my goodness, what is happening? I'm being sucked into the book! Now we're playing Mist. Actually, no. Now we're in the realm of...
I know you, champion. The Agma in Flame was only the beginning. This is Apocrypha, where all knowledge is hoarded. Sate your thirst for knowledge in the endless stacks of my library. If you tire of the search, read your book again to return to your mortal life. For a time, the lure of Apocrypha will call you back. It is your fate.
Yep. So there's all these unique quests, and the sky is freaking creepy right now. Apocrypha is really cool. Unfortunately, every dungeon in this place that you do while reading the black books, they're all kind of linear. But yeah, I really like the aesthetic of the place, for sure. Not to mention all the enemies are unique to this place. The Seekers, the Lurkers, I think they're called. Unfortunately, they're the only enemies that you will encounter. Lurkers and Seekers. Well, and a certain other boss enemy, but that's for the main quest. Yeah, Seeker remains. Their corpses are weird. And they always drop books. Books, books, and books. And there's a ton of unique ones as well. If you're going to collect books, this is a place to start, although not the most reliable place. It makes sense. I mean, it's all about knowledge, right? So obviously there's going to be tons of books everywhere. Also, look at these things. These tentacles popping out of the small pools of whatever. Those are dangerous. The tentacles like hurt a lot. Unfortunately, Apocrypha is kind of screwed up in that everything you do here is not really dangerous because you cannot actually die in this place. If your HP gets depleted, all that's going to happen is that you're going to return to your normal mortal life. Which is to say you're going to go back to where you first read the book, you know? And if you want to go back, you just read the book again. There is one place where you can die, but that's main quest related, and it obviously was going to be there for a reason. Anyway, yeah, this is a lurker. A Vindicator lurker. They're basically like giants, but they do have a unique attack. A unique attack or two or something. Maybe. Anyway, they're not very tough. Because, you know, they're giants. They're slow. And they're disgusting. See? Totally a giant. Finally dead. If you want to kill yourself quickly, just jump in those in that water. See? Drains your health pretty quickly. But you cannot actually die if you stay there. Brings out this thing, but does not open the door. It's because we gotta go all the way over here. And every time you complete a Black Book quest, you get a unique buff for it, or a unique ability for it. It's always good no matter what. Just some rewards are better than the others. This is one of the lesser rewards, I want to say. Yeah, this one's all for convenience. We got Scholars Insight, where reading skill books give you an extra skill point. Wow, that would have been so much more useful at the beginning of the game, huh? Except much more useful also when you're done with, like, almost done with your perk trees, because that's where you really need it. Lovers Insight, do 10% more damage and get 10% better price for people of the opposite sex. We already kind of have those abilities, so this is just redundant, even though I do believe it stacks. And then there's Companions Insight. Your attack, shouts, and destruction spells not damage your followers. That's very useful because it means I no longer have to give a shit about where I aim. I always get Companions Insight. Just so convenient. Oh, and to leave and go back to Solstheim, you activate the book itself. Or read your own book if you want. And if you're stuck for some reason, like the books tell you that you cannot do that or something like that, just kill yourself. Just jump in the pool and let your health get depleted. You'll be brought back anyway. Either way is fine, really. I'm pretty sure. If you got some mods that scrub the process, well, too bad for you, I guess. Anyway, time to enter Bloodskull Barrow proper now. Before it was just for like one deposit of Stalrim. This time we're actually going to go through the place. And we're gonna kill a bunch of Reavers on the way. Yeah, I like the chitin armor. Looks kind of cool. Chitin helmet, chitin boots, chitin armor. It comes in two variants, light and heavy. Wow, the Reaper Lord had much less HP compared to the Marauder. It's crazy. What does he have? Money, 2 shovels for some reason, and neat looking Nordic carved armor. Yeah, I think that's one of the positives about the Dragonborn DLC. Every Reaver seems to have really cool looking armor that I actually want to wear just for the aesthetic of it. And then there's armor like this that no one wants to wear. Also 2 random corpses right here. I'm not sure what the purpose is. Like to show that these people are bandits and that they kill people before, I guess. It's like, fair enough, but no one cares. Also, Bloodskull Barrow. And the sky still looks like it's Apocrypha. It's a weird glitch, and it always happens, even in my patched, modded game. It should wear itself out or, like, disappear after a while, though. Because the sky is, like, gonna adapt or something. Oh, also, that's the neat thing about this place. The waves actually look like waves. Well, sort of, kinda. If you, like, yeah, if you go here, you can clearly see that the waves are just added onto the water. If you crouch, you don't see the waves anymore. But I still appreciate the attempt. You know, because this is an island. If you're thinking that the sky looks ominous and that something bad is about to happen, no, it just looks like that because of a glitch. I'm serious. I'm pretty sure. This is not intentional. I guarantee it. Also, hi. Do you have anything to say to me?
With the Ashborn, Modin Veleth.
Nope, not yet.
Veteran guard at your service. Thank you for your assistance.
Need to talk to the NPC in here, I believe. No, that's Morven Manor. Need to talk to the guy, Kralis, whatever his name is. Yes. Hey, you were right.
You're back. Please, tell me what you found.
Well, I found a black book and a bunch of other crap, but all you want to know is that you were right.
Let me see that. Huh, I knew it. Gratian's death wasn't because of a rockfall. It was just a story to keep people away from the tombs. Now that I have his journal in hand, I can get some closure from the East Empire Company. Make them pay for lying to everyone. Thank you. Now, I believe I owe you a little more than a debt of gratitude for all that work you did. Here, it's not much, but it's the best.
750 is not too bad. It's what I expect, honestly. Anyway, now that we're done with this quest and the quest at Fort Frostmoth, we need to talk to Captain Vallet.
I'm sorry to bother you, but Second Counselor Rano asked me to come find you. He said it's quite urgent. All he wanted me to do is track you down and send you to him.
Mm-hmm.
Look, this is important. Even more important than wiping out the Ashborn.
Yeah.
Please, go speak to the Second Counselor as soon as possible.
Second Counselor should be... he's usually outside. Or, no, he's over here, I guess.
Head over to the wretched.
The Wretched Netch is a cool inn. I like it a lot. Also, a really cool NPC right here. Tildren Sero.
Teldrin Sero, blade for hire. If you have the coin, I'm at your service.
He has a lot to say about all the environments you will travel to. And he's just generally really cool. And not too bad strength-wise. Counselor.
Your contribution.
Thank you for
The thing about that NPC is that he's completely optional, and yet the fact that he's got so much effort put into him is really appreciated and really neat.
But I can't risk Councillor Morvain being killed. The Ulan family of House Lalu, a rival great house, has placed a death mark on the Councillor's head. It's a private matter. Let's just say they seek revenge for the execution of one of their own, ordered by Councillor Morvain himself. The problem is I don't have any solid proof that anyone from House Lalu is hidden among us. Only my suspicions. It may be justified, but it certainly isn't appreciated. Councillor Morvain simply feels that I'm being paranoid. I'm afraid that one day I'll awaken and discover him dead. And I don't want it to come to that. I do. I've received some information from my sources that there could be elements of Ulan's house, House Lalu, already in Ravenrock. Ravenrock is a small settlement, so it's hard to accomplish anything in secret. If any of them is from House Lalu, I wouldn't be able to make a move without them knowing. I had a feeling you'd be willing to listen to me. I need you to start out by being my eyes and ears. Search Ravenrock and see if you can root out these traitors. The best place to start would be Geldis Sadri. If he provides you any leads, check them out before bringing
Yep, so we
them
gotta
to
talk
my
to the NPC down here. I really do like the Wretched Netch. It's got this cozy feel that other inns don't really have. Anyway, you.
The mine's open, people are buying drinks, and I'm making money again. Just like old times. Well, Agil's got himself a spy, does he? Azura knows he needs all the help he can get. He's been chasing the Ulans for years now. No, I just think he's going about this the wrong way. Actually, I do. If you want to catch those slippery slaughterfish, you need to let them come to you. There's an Ulan ancestral tomb near the temple. Someone's been leaving ash yam offerings on the altar inside. If you were to wait inside for whomever that is, I'm betting they'll have some of the answers you're looking for. What makes you think I haven't? Anytime Adril and the Redarin Guard made a move, the Ulans must have been one step ahead and didn't show up. You can thank me if it works. Until then, I'd head to the tomb and wait until your visitor shows
Yeah,
up.
we can find out about the backstory right here if we want, but
Safe travels,
don't need to do
Outlander.
that. Anyway, he's got a lot to say, Gildis. I like him a lot. But then again, he's like the only... wow, seriously, the sky's still like this? I guess it's gonna stop when it's day again. Anyway, Gildis has a lot to say, but he's the only tavern keeper or something like that in Solstheim. So there's a reason so much effort was put into him, because he's the only tavern keeper they had to put effort into. If there was like another one or two other ones, they would have to give all of those two a bunch of lines as well, and it would probably be shared among all the NPCs, and because of that, they wouldn't be as good. Anyway, we gotta wait like 3 minutes or something right here. Where is she? Oh, she's coming right now. Yep. I'm gonna wait for her to get in position. And I'm a dark elf too, that's quite convenient. Hello.
Ah, excuse me. I didn't realize there was anyone else here. I presume the same thing you're doing, leaving an offering for the departed. Nice to see a fellow Dunmer following the traditional custom.
Mm-hmm.
Since there aren't any Ulans left on this island, I've taken it upon myself to leave the tradition
Sure.
in their stead. Oh, no bother. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to...
You can't expose her right here, no matter what you do. Yo, it's Tilisu.
I hope Geldis proved useful. Telesu. Are you sure?
Yes, I saw her.
So Geldis' plan worked, eh? Every time we tried it, no one would ever show up. If Telesu's involved in any sort of plot to harm Councillor Morvain, I'm going to need hard evidence to prove it. I'm not kicking down anyone's door until I have solid evidence in hand. If you're wrong about Telesu, things would quickly go downhill around here, and the real culprits might slip away. I can't afford for that to happen. If you have evidence, and it places your life in peril, I would expect you to do whatever you must to keep yourself alive. Here, this key should open the front door of the manor in case they've locked it. Good luck.
Now we gotta go
Careful. If the
search
Severans
for
have
evidence.
betrayed us, then they'll be well armed.
Our house is all the way over there. Like, it feels excluded from Raven Rock, you know? It also feels like it's abandoned. But it is not. And incidentally, as soon as you enter, you're gonna be attacked, so... I was expecting to be attacked, but I guess not. But they're probably further inside, actually. Yeah. You don't have to kill them, but eventually you will have to.
Huh? Come on. I know you're...
They were trying to ambush me, bastards. Yeah, so there's Miri and Tilisu. I believe Millie is supposed to be the daughter, except she's actually the wife, while Tilisu is someone else entirely.
Just getting jumpy,
I have no idea.
Stop hiding, coward. I'll make it quick.
No, I'm gonna make it quick.
No. It's not my time.
Yes, it is. Honey, this. And she had an ebony dagger. Was that ever even shown? The Blade of Woe? That's all it is. Like, it's got a unique design, and absorb 10 points of health is okay, I guess, but it's really not that special. Money. And the safe is right here. The Ulan matter. That's what you need. Don't need to read it. You just need it to have the documentation. Yeah, now the sky is normal. Actually, it was normal last time, but I hadn't noticed. But yeah, now it's normal and it's okay to look at it. It looks beautiful. It's enjoyable. Yada, yada, yada.
Did you find any evidence?
Well, I killed the Severins.
Then we finally have them. All that remains now is chasing them down and bringing them to justice. Good.
Oh, no, that's right. I think if you don't kill them, they actually reappear with the husband or the guy.
See that you do. We can't afford to.
Oh, I should have spared them if that's the case. Anyway, we're finishing this mini quest line right now. Get the achievement, stop the ash spawn from attacking Rave Rock, and find out about the mines and fix it and whatever. That's all we had to do. Also, that it comes to this: an assault on Fort Ashfallow Citadel, rather. Before I fast travel there, I'm gonna get this boat on my map. It's actually a bandit camp, but you know, details. Also, these two mages, they are the #1 reason why it crashes so often in my modded game. I'm pretty sure. Arrow on the knee, dumbass. Anyway, yeah, it's a bandit camp, and there is something quest related you can do over here, but I don't think I'll be doing it. Well, maybe for the money. For now, though, I just want to get it on my map. Yeah, wreck of the Strident Squall. Strident Squall? Something like that. Anyway, fast travel to over here. Actually, it's the Solstheim is so tiny that fast traveling is something that you can pretty much not do the entire time and still have fun. Getting from one side of the island to the other takes like 2 minutes tops. It's really cool that way. Anyway, it's you, Fala Sylvain. He's the merchant that appears after midnight, right here, and he sells Deja Hearts and okay, I always figured he would sell a unique bow, but I guess he doesn't do that in the vanilla game. Well, he's got the ebony bow, but that's not what I'm looking for. Well, I'll buy some lockpicks, because why not?
Safe travels.
If you ask him who he is, he's just gotta say, "Who are you?" and that'll be the end of the discussion. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother you, don't worry. Careful of assassins when you get to this fort, by the way. Or citadel, I should say. They're invisible. Also, the guards are dead. What a surprise. Oh my god, they're... Yeah, Morak Tong Assassin, their difficulty tends to vary. But yeah, they turn invisible. That's their shtick. It's neat. For a second there, I thought she killed me. Ooh, that would have been creepy. Yeah, she just had a generic longbow. That's why she wasn't dealing that much damage. When I encounter a new enemy, I have to gauge how much damage they're going to cause to me every hit. Fortunately, in this case, it's not very much. Now, it's possible for some characters to send you to retrieve an item here, like a completely different quest. Here's the thing though, you cannot complete the quest until you've, at this point in this quest, in order for you to actually continue with the dungeon, because this right here will not exist. It will be blocked off, annoyingly enough. Oh, and there's a whole bunch of traps right around here. We're gonna try to ignore them all. First, we need to activate this chain. And we're gonna need to go over here to activate this chain. And we have to activate...
Is someone there?
Yeah, someone there because they heard me. Activate this chain. I'm invisible again. Now I've got some these traps because they hurt a lot. And if you have the light foot perk, well, guess what? These traps aren't dangerous at all. Activate this chain, and we're done. There's actually two chains that you can activate here. And you have to activate them both. Oops. Yeah, I thought either of these chains would do, but you actually do have to activate them both. And then there's this guy right over here. The source of everyone's problems. Well, no, just Counselor Morvaine's problems or something like that. Vendel Severin. Oh, and the other Severins would be there if you hadn't killed them back in the when you were at our house. Oh wow, he hurts a lot. Oh my god, he healed himself. Cheap bastard. Why was it playing the victory music after I killed that guy? Come on. Yeah, these guys hurt a lot, or one of the archers hurts a lot. I was actually pleasantly surprised that he healed himself, even though I had slowed down time and everything. Okay, the archer definitely doesn't deal that much damage. And he healed himself again. Okay, buddy, it's time to finish this. Oh, is he seriously gonna run away? And almost died from his own trap. There. Fully heals himself twice. Ugh, that was annoying. Yep, just have to run away while invisible and we're done. No need to kill everyone. And now we can go back to Raven Rock and we'll get a free house for our trouble. And a lot of money too. Yeah, let's just go right now. Kind of want to recover the bone mold formula, but it's way too far. Yeah, I guess we'll just go back to Raven Rock right now.
Planning any trouble?
No.
What can I do for you, friend?
It is done.
Well, what happened? Were you able to track down Vendel? Out with it! Then, it's finally over. What of the Reverend Guard I sent to assist you? Damn it. I was hoping to protect our people by sending them, not end up with casualties. To think that Vendel would stoop so low as to hire those fetchers. I'm glad you killed him. Wonderful. Simply wonderful. Councillor Morvain will be quite pleased when he hears about this. Follow me, and
He's
I'll
right
take you
here,
to the
buddy. Come
councillor
on.
so you can speak to him yourself. Excuse me, Councillor Morvain. I have some wonderful news.
Adriel, I haven't seen a smile on your face like that in a long time.
This visitor has single-handedly dealt with a threat that could have ended your life. Vendel, Telesue, and Miri Severin weren't who they appeared to be. I'm afraid they were here to avenge Villa Ulen's death.
Vendel? But he's done so much for Raven Rock. How could this be possible?
They did it to gain our confidence, Councillor. They had us all fooled. I should have been more vigilant. I'm sorry.
Don't say that. It's not your fault, old friend. And you, step forward. What you've done for me, for all of Raven Rock, goes far beyond what I would have expected from a traveler to our town. For this, you have my deepest gratitude. Now, I'm certain Adriel was prepared to reward you appropriately for everything you've done. However, since a bit of coin hardly seems like enough, I've decided to provide something more substantial. Since the Severin family, or whoever they were, turned out to be criminals, their property is now forfeit. As Counselor, I hereby award you Severin Manor, and everything contained within. You've earned your citizenship here, and I hope you'll consider staying with us as a member of our community.
Thank you. Achievement unlocked, Raven Rock owner. And that's it. That was that quest line. It's short and it's okay, but it's kind of underwhelming too. I feel it needed to be staggered more often over several days through a couple of other quests. But hey, you get a bunch of rewards out of it. You get the manor all the way over there. And yeah, whatever. Let's go and do the main quest now. Like, seriously. I'll just drop a couple of things first.